General Hospital prediction. Will Jason lose both his sons over what he's done? General Hospital predictions suspect Jason Morgan's actions may cost him his relationships with both of his teenage sons on the ABC soap opera. Jason Morgan's homecoming causes chaos on General Hospital. Let's talk about what's going on with Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, and his family with his big GH comeback. Is he about to lose legal rights to one son and see the other son turn his back on him? Let's unpack what's going on with Stone Cold and his fractured family. Michael Corinthos stays loyal on GH. So, Jason has two sons and a third young man he basically sees as a son. The first kid that he was involved in raising was Michael Corinthos, Chad Duell. If you were watching back then, you may recall Carly Corinthos Spencer, now Laura Wright, lied. She didn't want AJ Quartermain, Sean Cannon, to know he got her pregnant. So, she got Jason to lie and claim he was Michael's bio dad. In fact, Michael's original Chris name was even Michael Morgan. Carly suffered postpartum depression on General Hospital. So, she basically walked out, abandoning Michael, leaving him in Jason's care. Michael stayed mostly with Jason, who had Robin Scorpio's Kimberly McAuliffe help raising him until he was about a year and a half old. Then Robin ratted out Carly's lies. So, AJ found out he was really Michael's biological dad. But in terms of fatherhood, Stone Cold definitely considers Michael his firstborn son, and that bond continues and is still going strong even now. Recently, Michael vowed to do anything he can to help Jason. General Hospital, Jake Weber furious. However, more troubled are Jason's father-son bonds with his two biological sons, Danny Morgan, Asher Antonizin, and Jake Weber, Hudson West. And how things are going since his resurrection is pretty interesting, and all signs point to a really rocky road ahead for this father and his two sons. Although they have Danny and Jake playing close to the same age, there are actually 5 years between them. So, Jason's firstborn biological son was Jacob Weber. Elizabeth Weber, Rebecca Herbst, was married to Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, when Jake was conceived with Jason, and he was with Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco. But longtime General Hospital viewers will recall that they both had issues in their relationships and had a one-nighter. Liz didn't tell Jason for a long time that he'd gotten her pregnant. Her marriage to Lucky had strengthened and the hitman's mob lifestyle was too risky. Jason walked away to protect Jake. So, he caved and agreed to let her raise their son as her husband's child and not his. Jason was in Jake's life as a dad for about a year after she and Lucky split up. Then the mob crushed that and he backed off and let Lucky continue raising him on General Hospital. At one point, Drew Kane, then Billy Miller, helped raise Jake when he dated Liz and when he was believed to be Jason. From late 2018 to late 2021, until Jason supposedly died again, Jake was finally getting to know Jason as a dad and Danny as a brother. That 3 years is really all Jake Weber knows of his dad until he recently came back from the dead, again presumed to have shot Dante Falconry, Dominic Zamprogna. While Liz doesn't seem to suspect that he could have shot Dante, his son considers him a top suspect, and that caused a fistfight with his brother Danny. Despite Jason being a suspect in Dante's shooting, so far, we haven't seen Liz display anything but gratitude for his return so that he's back for their son, Jake. But Sam has a whole other take on this and isn't happy with her ex at all on General Hospital. Danny believes his dad, Sam McCall, done. So, 5 years after Jake was born, Sam gave birth to her son with Jason. Named for her beloved dead brother, Danny Morgan was born on June 1, 2012. When Danny was born, Sam thought his bio dad was Franco Morgan, James Franco, who'd staged a twisted rape scene on her and Jason's honeymoon. She and Jason had split by the time she birthed Danny, who was taken from her at birth in a baby swap scheme. They got their baby back, but Jason still believed Danny was Franco's kid. Then, he was shot and presumed dead when their baby was 6 months old. Sam found out right after his presumed death that Danny was really his on General Hospital. Danny paternity shock on GH. Turns out, Heather Weber, then Robin Matson, had tricked them with a DNA test swap. Like with Jake, it was Drew Kane, back in his assumed to be Jason days, who spent time with Danny. But when he was 5, the real Jason came back to Port Charles. By late 2018, he was involved with Sam again and was a functional dad to Danny. But then 3 years later, he was presumed dead again in Greece. So basically, each of his sons had just 3 of their many years with the actual Jason Morgan, knowing he was their dad before this latest complicated return to General Hospital. And bear in mind, he was planning to come back home. He was working off the books for Jagger at the FBI on the Pikeman case, not to protect anyone else, but to keep himself out of prison. And now, it's possible one of his sons might decide he doesn't want to be around Jason, and the other son might have his mom block their relationship. Will he wind up losing them both? General Hospital prediction: Stone Cold loses his boys? When Sam learned from Jason that he allowed Danny to help him at the Quartermain boathouse, risking their son's arrest, she completely lost it on him. She believes him that he did shoot Dante but really can't believe that he put their son at risk like that. Sam completely went off and yelled at him that he was a danger to their son and told him to stay away. But would Sam go as far as getting a court order? Maybe. But it doesn't seem likely that she'll need one. If Sam tells Jason to stay away from Danny, he probably will. Sam then tells Danny that he never has to see his father again and calls him a disappointment to them. And as for Jake, he doesn't seem interested in seeing Jason, nor is he giving him the benefit of the doubt. This week, on General Hospital, Jake and Danny even got into a physical fight over Jason. Jason's return wreaking havoc. The mob enforcer's been back on General Hospital less than a month and he's already put one son at risk of arrest and caused a brawl between them. Not exactly top-notch father material. Some might say the only son Jason's been a good father to was Michael. He even went to prison to protect him when Michael was behind bars for killing his horrible stepmother. This seems like a rough road ahead for Jason, Danny, and Jake. If I had to guess, I'd think Danny might defy his mom and see Jason on the slide. Although Jason may tell him to listen to his mom and stay away. As for Liz and Jason's son, she might encourage him to give his dad a chance. But she won't pressure him to see his dad if he doesn't want to. We'll have to wait and see how it goes. But this time around, Jason's return is murky, and it just reminds viewers how he's been more absent than present in his kids' lives. Keep watching the ABC daytime drama to see how it all plays out for Jason Morgan and his teen boys.